Hello and welcome to today's content of Little Leela Halloween, who I will refer to as H Leela or Halloween Leela, so it's just easier to say. And her release, since she has been announced due to a reissue banner, which is not really Halloween time, but she's been reissued, so it's possible to get her once again. I'll be talking mostly about her as a unit as a whole, and then her eventual come up or usage once EX for the first anniversary comes out for the game. So here we are at the main job takeaways, and her main job is the arithmetician. Basically what it does is that it can cast magic and abilities instantly without a cast time compared to the cast time magic users such as like Ayaka or Kilfi. So from here we can see there's a height 3 Cura, a level 4 Eroga, and a height 3 Holy. Basically what these are is that these abilities can be used at different heights for and increase the modifier to their effectiveness. There's also passives that the arithmetician has that can change height 3 to height 2 or level 4 to level 3, but just for now I'm just showing you the basic defaults without using any passives. As you can see, all the abilities have very long range and very big AoEs. It's very nice to use, but most importantly I have to talk about is going to be the limit break, which is Animal Pumpkin. So what the limit break does is that it's not only very hard hitting, especially if target level is a multiple of 3. It's a dispel for buffs as well as it removes haste. The dispel can remove hate generation such as like Taunting Blade, Brave Presence, Astral Guard, stuff like that. It can remove it all for like hate, so just keep that in mind. So moving on to the sub-job takeaways for Halloween Leela, we have the White Mage, Ninja, and the Arithmetician, because it's also her main job. We'll start with the Arithmetician at the bottom right. So the height 3 disable, the base chance of disable to land is going to be at 15%, and it can increase up to a base of 35% chance if the target height is a multiple of 3 for targets, or like I said, if you use the passive to change the height 3 to height 2, it would be a multiple of height 2 for the targets for the effectiveness. It's also she has the level 4 Eroa, which is it's alright, but her main job has the Eroga, which is much stronger, so it's not too important, but it is there if you just need more attacks out. We'll also go on to the Ninja sub job at the bottom left. She has Hide, which decreases the chance of being targeted by a total of 8, so negative 8 hate for herself. This is good and bad in that hate doesn't make it so that the enemy will never not target you, but it decreases the chance of them going for you if they can hit a different target. If it's an AoE, it can't be helped. If you're within the vicinity, you will get hit by it, but it's still there to consider. Decider of Fate is very nice to have for the accuracy if you're trying to get for like a one-hit punch and you need that critical hit and you just need that first hit against evasion teams. That can definitely help. Utsumi can also help for herself if you want evasion. Unfortunately, it's only for herself. She can get it for one turn. I believe Utsumi has 2 usages, but it's something to consider if you have like a small map and you just want that evasion cheese in the end. Lastly, and the most importantly in my opinion, is the White Mage subjob at the top. So with the White Mage subjob, the main takeaways is going to be Asuna, which she can cure confusions and such status elements like that. The Shell and Protect not only changes her AI, but also keeps her backed up so that she can cast the magic for her teammates. And most importantly is Full Life. She has access to Full Life and she does use it in her AI. So it's very important to note that, because having Full Life in general, especially on a unit that has so much like utility already, is very nice to have. Moving on to the resistances and passives for Halloween Leela, we can see that her slash, strike, piercing, and ice element is all at -10 as a base. She also has a -5% missile resistance, but she at least has a 20% magic resist. So she can take a few magic damages, but everything else she is very quick to fall over. So resistances to her statuses, in my opinion, she has very important ones, which is she has a 50% base chance of not getting disabled and silenced. This is important because as much as she does not have a cast time, being silenced does prevent some magics being casted out, such as like Full Life. Her 10% is the 10% resistance to Toad. I guess it's alright. We haven't really seen any Toad really used in auto in AI in general. Maybe we'll have it in the future, like on a limit break or something, but for now, There's not really much to use of it. At least she has it. That's just something to think about, I guess. For her master ability, she has the mono element master ability that almost all units will now start coming out with to wind. So she has the 10% HP to wind allies and the wind attack plus 15 to wind allies. This also includes herself. For her own self master ability, however, she does get the evasion plus 10, making her a bit more evadey than others. As you can see, she has a move 3, jump 1, so her mobility is alright. As we saw before from her main job takeaway abilities, she does have very long range, so it's not too much of a problem. Looking at the passives, as I said before, the arithmetician job has the passives of height 3 to 2 or level 4 to 3, so it can change it to those respectively. She also has Shadow Runner, which can not only make her more speedy because she's already fast as it is, she also gets more luck, which will help with her a little bit on accuracy, but also most importantly evasion. She also has Shikuchi if you really want that 4 move 2 jump. She can travel around the map very easily, she can reach everywhere very easily. It's very nice to have. Just be wary that she can run into the enemy head first and she could die instantly at the same time. The niche or flex passes I'd have to say is the March of the Saints. Nullify Doom, we don't really have Doom anywhere in the game that's used often or common at all. Maybe from like Tower and such, but in terms of like PvP, there's not really much usage used there. For her reaction abilities, like as I said before, she's very fragile. If she does survive a hit, there's not much chance she's going to survive longer. I would recommend using damage distribution so that if she does get hit and she does somehow use the reaction ability damage distribution, depending on the damage, she can actually deal a lot of damage and heal herself back a good amount. So damage distribution, in my opinion, is probably the best choice. Regenerator, as I said, it does not heal her enough, and it's mandatory that she gets a turn for it to actually proc the heal after she lands the effect on herself. And the Poison Barb, it doesn't really do anything too much. It does inflict poison, which is nice, but she's not a unit that's gonna outlast other units if she's taking a lot of hits. Like it would have to be more useful on like a tank or a unit that can take damage. So here we are, a new different slide that I'm testing out. So for the little Leela rating out of 10, I would give her. So pre-EX, which is before the first anniversary banner, I would give her a 10 out of 10 as a unit. It's hard for me to say that she's not 10 out of 10 because of what I've listed here, and I'll read it off. She has access to both instacast healing and magic that are both very potent. They're not just like weak, small little heals. They can heal and deal a lot of damage. Like they have very good efficiency. She also has access to full life, which is very rare. She has very high mobility and range. She has evasion options because of her master ability and her ability board. She has very high agility, especially as a mage, and she has access to Shadow Runners to make her even faster if she needs to be. She has both wind and light elemental magic damage because of her own element, as well as the holy height 2 and height 3 that comes with the arithmetician job. And she has a huge single target nuke limit break if you can get the conditions for it, and it dispels, and this is all in one hit. It's very nice. And as I said before, she can deal significant magic damage. She's not just a weak mage or like super fast mage. She does deal good damage. She may not be as strong as Ildria, but she does have the speed, and she's nothing too short of Ildria's raw magic stat. So post EX, before she gets her own EX, because we have not seen what she gets, and JP server does not have it yet. This is after the first anniversary when EX gets released. I would give her a solid 9 out of 10. The reason why is that we're expecting the Final Fantasy X collaboration to hit with the first anniversary of War of the Visions, as well as releasing Yuna, Titus, and Auron. She's gonna be overshadowed by Yuna's kit once she's released, because Yuna has a very similar role in what they can do. However, Yuna just has a bit more of a, I won't say directly power creep, but more specific abilities to help her push herself forward compared to Halloween Leela. Halloween Leela does, however, combo very well with 2B if we do get the near collaboration, because in evasion compositions, 2B is also good for evasion. You usually want to use a Shiva vision card, and that's usually not mandatory, but I'll say it's very recommended to use a magic unit that can make use of the Shiva evasion, the magic stat, as well as the evasion for the team. So she can combo well with 2B. Halloween Leela, as I said, does not have 100% guaranteed hit abilities. This will become more important if you face evasion teams, especially later on once like 2B and other evasion units like Rob's EX comes out and stuff. She does not have 100% guaranteed hit ability. She also lacks spirit and magic attack penetration without any equipment or vision cards, so this is kind of important going into the game because as more units come out, everyone starts having a little bit of defense or spirit, and then choosing the resistances are gonna be like based on equipment as well. So without any like raw setup and someone else goes like a magic tank, Leela is not gonna have a good time against them. As I say this every time, she does not have EX yet, so we do not know what she's going to get, and since it's not released yet and we don't know when she'll get it, for now this is going to be her rating of 9 out of 10. We don't know what she's going to get. She has fragile resistances outside of magic, so it can make her very easily killable if she gets hit by like a Hazard Crusher or like a Dragon's Bane or like a Barrage. She can get killed very easily if she's not built enough to survive it. Specifically for her TMR chase rating, I put this specifically because there have been an influx in units, and units mean TMRs, especially for the UR rarity units. What her TMR is the wolf hairband, I mean, sorry. It's an accessory. It's 206 HP, 5 agility, 8 evade. It's not bad in stats alone. It's already like, you can see that it's going a little bit for evasion, a little bit for agility, a little bit for HP, but because it's an accessory, that's not bad. The main effect you want to look at, however, is the full moon style. So not only does it increase her magic by 80%, her accuracy by 30 for 3 turns, but it does lower her defense and spirit by if you get a max level to 10 for 3 turns. What this means is that if she was to go evasion and use this full moon style, not only will she do like very, very high damage, she also has the accuracy to try and fight against evasion compositions themselves and try to have a little bit better chance. But because it lowers her defense and spirit and she's already fragile, if she does not have an evasion build or if she's going to take a chip damage or AoE hit, you have to be wary about that. And lastly, as usual, how to fight as or against Halloween Leela compositions. So fighting as Halloween Leela, as I said before, she is very fragile, so having a frontline will significantly help her do her job. And what you want her to do is either doing magic attack damage or keeping your team alive by healing. With her mono wind team master ability, you could pair other wind units to capitalize on the benefits. Unfortunately, there's not too many wind units. I would have to say the main ones that you could use that are UR specifically would be like Lucia and Howlet. In the future, when 2B comes out, she could definitely be used with her. Since Halloween Leela has also very long range and damage, and she has access to Shikuchi, make sure that she does not run in too quickly alone, because she will get targeted first if no other tank or frontline or any other unit is in range. She will get focused. If you put the white mage sub job on her and you have like protect and or shell on, she will cast those and stay back, but just be wary that if she stays back for too long, then her usefulness does go away. Fighting against Halloween Leela, she is innately weak to all the attack types, as I said before, outside of magic, so just getting a hard hit in on her like from AoE will definitely be very beneficial. It could take her out probably in one hit. Ice units do very well against Halloween Leela. Agrius and Rosa, I would argue, are probably the best units to not only tank damage from her, but also deal damage to her. Halloween Leela is ironically capable of evasion. She's very good at evasion actually, because she has the master ability and she has the Typhoon vision card, or she can use the Shiva one. Evasion does work against her because she does not have 100% ability. Also, since she is evasion capable, bringing in 100% hit skills like Holy, Sharpshoot are very effective against her, because they will be able to hit her and she does not have a chance to evade it. Also, be wary of her limit break. As I said before, it can take away and strip hate generation buffs. Dwayne's master ability, where he just gains 5 hate, that cannot be dispelled. However, if you gain hate from like Taunting Blade, Brave Presence or Astral Guard, it can get stripped by the Dispel, so just be wary of that when you're facing her. So some units that would be good with Halloween Leela to pair with her. Having a frontline is very good, so Dwayne and Warrior of Light would be very effective. Even Agris would work, but since I didn't want to put repeats of other units on the screen, I just picked those two first. The two wind units that I said are usable right now would be Hleela and Lucia. They can definitely do a good job being paired with her and just benefiting off the buffs. And because she is evasion capable, Ruinstern and Venera also work well with her because she can be the Shiva vision card holder while they can be the ones with the luck vision card or the agility vision card or something else. They do not have to use the magic attack stat Shiva vision card. When you're fighting against Halloween Leela, however, if you do not have ice units, as literally it's stated down there, you can see 5 ice units, which is Gilgamesh, Freyavia, Agrius, Laswell, Rosa. There are other high hitting abilities and units that I put, for example, Winter Macherie, because not only does she have the magic attack resistance, she also has high damage enough that she can probably one-shot Halloween Leela quite easily if she gets in, if she can get a hit on her. And because Macherie does have the barrage on the Ranger subjob on her Winter form, she can take out Halloween Leela in one hit if the Halloween Leela is not correctly mitigating missile attack type damage. And we arrived to the end of the video. As always, if you liked my unit analysis video, please leave a like and or subscribe. And until the next video, I hope this video helped decide if you want to pull for her or not, despite the EX of and the first anniversary coming soon, or if you just want her as a unit in general, or if you think she's good or not. I hope this helps. Anyways, until next time, peace out.